What is up, Expo Stage? How are we all doing? That is the response we want. So, put your hand up if you're having a good time. Insomnia so far? Yeah, that's what we like to see. That's what we like to see. We're halfway through. We're at the half stage point. Can you believe it? Like, time flies when we're having fun. And fun is what the Expo Stage is all about. Segway. Ladies and gentlemen, next up we have got a Q&A with some YouTubers. And I want you guys to basically think of some questions, think of some good ones, some unique ones, and we'll take some questions from you guys. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please, round of applause for Samgladiator, Grian, and Taurtis. Hello. You can pick a couch. You're honoured guests. Take a seat. Make yourself comfortable. Go on. You can,
the same one?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Right, gentlemen. How are we doing? We all right?
Doing well.
We're doing
Good.
pretty good. We're doing pretty good.
Yeah, doing really well.
Good. That's awesome. Hey, Grian, we've met before.
Yeah, I've been to a few Insomnias.
Yeah, because I think it was like 2 Insomnias ago.
Yeah.
And I was having a little chat with you backstage, and what I really love about these events is you have them little moments where you go, "Oh hey man," and like,
good to see you again.
this is dead exciting, and it's wonderful to have you. Is it your chaps? Is this your first time at Insomnia?
Yes, we haven't even been to many conventions except for Grian, so this is the first time really experiencing meeting fans and running into other people like this, because I've never really done it before.
Yeah, this is like my second convention ever
Right.
that I've ever been to, so.
Is it your first time in the UK as well?
Oh yeah, and I'm loving it so far.
Is
Yeah.
it going well?
Yeah, it's going
You enjoying
really
it?
well. I
Keeping
might
it-
have to come back.
There's loads of British people just judging you, going, "Yes, you better." Like, my favorite thing is like everyone from like the Americas are like, do you know the Queen? And like, yeah, we just got her on speed dial. So she's a massive Minecraft fan, so it's all right.
Yeah, we got Sunday tea this weekend.
I made so many British jokes to Grian when I first came here. I was like, "So, where's platform 9 3/4?" And he was just like, he hated it so much.
He's just super racist.
Well, guys, we are here for one reason, and that is to take some questions. We're going to get down to some nitty-gritty and burning issues right here on the Expo stage. So
Ooh.
if you guys have got a question for the chaps on stage, if you form an orderly queue to the left-hand side of the stage, and I'll be handing over this microphone, and yeah, we'll field some questions.
Sensible questions, I hope.
So how you guys doing?
There's a lot of people here.
What's your favorite Pokemon and why?
Pokemon. What's your favorite Pokemon? Why?
Ooh.
I like Dugong because I really like seals, and I just love Dugong. He's like really powerful as well. What's yours?
I'd have to say my favorite is Ditto, because I just love his face. It actually inspired my Minecraft face, if you guys know what it looks like.
It's just like
Yeah, right?
It's like your
I
Minecraft face.
love Ditto. Whenever he turns into a Pokemon, he just has that super derpy face.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
I thought
like you.
Yeah.
your face was original. No, you just copied
No,
Ditto.
No, it is original.
Pokemon.
No, yeah, it's a Pokemon pretending to be a Minecraft character. Yeah.
I think my favorite is like Jigglypuff, because
Jigglypuff.
Yeah,
Because he loves sending people
draws
to
on
sleep.
people's faces and stuff, right? He like sings them to sleep and then draws on their face. So very trolly. I love that.
That's a good one.
Did you enjoy playing Yandere High School on Minecraft?
Do you enjoy playing Yandere?
Oh yeah, for sure. Totally enjoyed. That's like one of the most fun we've ever had, just sitting down playing Minecraft, because you create these really fun, interesting moments where we're all just kind of improvising a scene, and just watching that scene develop and not really knowing 100% where it's going is super, super fun, because you don't know how the story is going to turn out, and we almost get to experience it as much as the viewers do.
How did you three meet?
Yeah.
Well, we all met at like different times.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you two knew each other before I sort of met
Yeah,
them.
I remember I
long
met
story.
Sam because he was working on this Machinima series, and I really wanted to voice act for it. And so he gave me one line in it.
Is that true?
I remember I was a guard in it, and I got to say one line. I was so excited to be in it.
Were
and
you a fanboy?
I was a big
He was
fanboy
a
of the
fanboy.
series he was in, and then we just kind of started talking after that. Yeah.
Actually,
How
that's
did
kind
you-
of similar because I saw Sam's Machinima series really early on, and I was like, I really liked what he did, but he didn't really have many subscribers, but he was making really high quality stuff. And I was part of like this different channel at that time.
Yeah,
and I was like,
Corrected Movie.
yeah, and I just like asked a friend like, hey, have you got this guy on Skype? I want to get in touch with him. And then we just struck up a friendship from there and
Yeah,
then.
just started talking.
So we kind of met through YouTube, didn't we?
Yeah, all of us.
But
Through
this
the
was like
machinima scene.
this was like 4 years ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
time flies, dude.
And this is my first time like ever meeting Grian in person.
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So it's crazy.
Who's your favorite member in the team?
Not Gareth.
Yeah, that guy's the worst.
He's terrible. That's Gareth, by the way.
Sam's got a big crew of people that help make the videos, and that's Gareth. He's one of the actors.
Yeah.
We have like almost like 50 members.
Yeah, and I like them all equally,
Yeah, 50.
except Gareth. He's on the bottom.
Thanks, Gareth.
He's trying to be hilarious, but it didn't work, Gareth.
Roughly how many videos do you think you do a week?
How many videos do we do a week?
That kind of depends.
Well, I try to do a video every single day, so like I guess like 7 videos a week, but we have to film them in bulk over the weekend because that's when like everyone's online. So we'll have to do like huge recording sessions, and then I upload in 20-minute segments. But that's usually all done in one long go. So we'll film for like 3 hours straight or something like that.
That is a lot of time.
So
Yeah.
you recently started a roleplay on The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, but why did you pick Majora's Mask and no other Zelda game?
Ooh, Majora's Mask. Well, I mean, can we all agree? Like, Majora's Mask is probably one of the best ones. I love Majora's Mask so much.
It's one of my favorite games.
And I saw Game Theories. They did some really cool stuff talking about Majora's Mask, like Link is Dead. I saw that. I think it has some really cool undertones and some really cool themes to the game, and that's what I like to do with my content. Is have some like darker undertones, and that's definitely with Majora's Mask. It's so creepy and eerie. I love that stuff.
Will Yuki ever come back?
What was the question?
Will Yuki ever come back?
She died, so I don't think so.
Come back as a ghost, though.
Will she come back as a ghost?
Possibly. Usually, I like to have real-world consequences for our actions. So we'll have, crazy, outlandish things happen to the characters. But if we do something like kill a character, it's gonna have a real consequence, and they're actually dead. So I don't know if they're gonna come back because I try to, keep that like it's like hard on the show, and it makes it more interesting that there are like real consequences to our actions. So I don't think so.
Do you watch anime, and if so, which one is your
Ooh.
I
which anime
don't,
is
but
your
these
favorite?
two
You don't watch
a lot.
anime? Get off the stage.
Yeah, we're
I've
not
watched a
friends
couple.
anymore. I didn't know about this.
I'm more into my cartoons than my anime.
Yeah, I swear I didn't know about this, guys. This is news to me.
No, but I love Attack on Titan. Clearly, that's amazing.
Really good one.
Isn't the new season coming out too?
Is it? I
think
hope so.
I think the new season's coming out.
I think it's been one of them ones that's been coming out for a very long time.
Yeah, like everyone.
The game's coming out, which looks awesome from the footage, so fingers crossed on that
Oh
one.
yeah. I love that. I love Attack on Titan. Tokyo Ghoul is pretty cool. One Piece is awesome. A lot of animes. I think Hunter x Hunter.
That one's
One
amazing.
Punch Man's
One
amazing.
Punch Man's the
Dude,
best.
Torres loves One Punch Man.
Oh my
That's
God.
his favorite.
That's
his
why
favorite
he made
one.
me One Punch Man in one of the in a few of the episodes.
his favorite anime.
Because he's amazing.
He loves it. But yeah, what about you? What are your favorites?
You just said my favorites. I didn't even get to say it myself.
Okay. Well,
Kinda just
we
don't-
like the same ones, I guess.
Yeah, but I like cartoons.
Hey, I've got a question for Grian and then a question for all three of you. First one, Grian, have you considered taking Sam and Taurtis to have crumpets yet?
To what?
To have crumpets yet?
To have crumpets. Actually,
Crumpets?
we
You
didn't
guys
talk
didn't get
about that.
crumpets.
You definitely said that you wanted to try a crumpet because you still don't know what they
try
are.
crumpets, the Cheeky Nandos.
Yeah.
I really want to do that. I've heard a lot of stuff about the Cheeky Nandos.
They still don't quite understand the concept. They think that you can just like go for a cheeky Nando's. They don't quite get it yet.
I still don't.
I have no idea what it means,
It's a British
but I want it.
I
But
think
yeah,
it's
we-
got to the point where we don't even know what it means anymore.
It's a meme. It's like a
It's
meme.
like, yeah, we've been sucked into the phenomenon.
I will definitely take them for a crumpet.
That's a great.
And then, have you considered having Cthulhu versus Invader? Yes,
Like Darth Vader?
okay. No, Invader. The
Invader?
One,
Invader?
Yeah.
Cthulhu versus Invader.
Ooh.
I mean Cthulhu.
I think he
you
get his
know,
butt
I think
kicked.
Cthulhu would
I
win.
think Cthulhu just destroys everything. So
Invader's crazy.
I don't.
Oh, Invader
maybe.
is crazy.
If Cthulhu threatened you, Invader would be all over
That's
that.
true. That's true. I mean, I
Yeah.
mean, I could see her like getting really upset, and then trying to fight Cthulhu, but then just dying instantly because it's Cthulhu. That'd be funny though. I could see that as like a
You've just given him a really good idea for the show.
Yeah, I like that.
How did you get the name Toritos?
Oh, yeah, Toritos.
Tell us about that, Taurtis.
All right, so basically, I think on like the first episode
Yeah.
of Yandere High,
Yeah.
they had a bunch of cool like custom like skins and models for some of the
Yeah,
things.
we just added a bunch of
Like
just random
snacks.
textures to play with, like
Yeah.
like Mountain Dew and Doritos.
And I noticed that they had Doritos, so I just like stocked up and filled my entire inventory with all Doritos.
Yeah.
And I decided the best way to introduce myself to everyone at the school was to give them free Doritos.
Yeah.
And then just one day we're like, dude, what if we made Toritos? And then we just kind of just hatched our business
Yeah.
plan, and it just like took
And
off.
then he made it as a joke and
Yeah.
then told it to me. And it's because I set up the videos, I took it literally, and then we went in and made a texture of Toritos because I just thought it was hilarious.
So
and then
it-
we just kept going.
It was complete role play.
It
That,
was just
that was
com-
unscripted.
Yeah. It just happened. Like it wasn't planned at all. It just happened.
What's been your favorite roleplay series?
Series.
Ooh.
Well, I like the Tokyo Soul one because we just go crazy. We have like crazy plot lines with like aliens invading and, you know, like mobsters trying to kill us and stuff. So I just like coming up with just what's the most ridiculous idea I can think of and then actually doing it. So I like Tokyo Soul the most. What about you?
I'm the same. I absolutely love Tokyo Soul. I love the characters. It's really fun to interact with all of them. What about you, Taurtis?
We haven't done it much, but my favorite was the Kingdom of Valor one. Just kind of get
Yeah.
lost in like another world.
That was so
But-
hard to do.
So that one, and I love Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
Winnie the Pooh.
Winnie
I
the
love going to that place
Yeah, it's
and hanging
so-
out with like Pooh Bear and
It's so
everyone.
like whimsical. And
Yeah, it's so much fun.
Yeah.
Not including Minecraft, what's your favorite video game?
Ooh, I've got a bunch because I used to play like Halo 3 back in the day. Like I was like kind of pro. I went to tournaments and stuff. So Halo 3 was definitely one of my favorite games. I played it like every single day, and I got really, really good. I even ended up playing the creators of the game in tournaments and stuff. So I would say Halo 3 is probably my favorite game, apart from Minecraft.
I feel like Taurtis is going to say the same thing.
No,
but,
it's not- no,
I
no,
really
no.
like League of Legends. Like
League of
I play
Legends,
League
yeah.
of Legends all the time. I don't know if it's like my favorite, but it's definitely the one I play the most, apart from Minecraft itself.
I'd have to say mine. I'm a huge fan of Street Fighter. There's actually like some stage right over there. You can play Street Fighter, and I played both of them. I told them I'd give them $1,000 if they could beat me,
Yeah.
but they couldn't do it.
I came close on the first round. Like I'd never played
No,
the game.
because I don't play it on controller.
See,
he
excuses,
doesn't understand.
excuses.
He doesn't
I
understand.
was this close to beating him.
No, but yeah, mine's definitely Street Fighter. I love fighting games.
What's your favorite thing about the UK so far?
Living here.
Favorite Cheeky Nando's.
Cheeky
No,
Nando's.
I'm just kidding,
I
I'm
want
just
some
kidding.
Cheeky Nando's.
We haven't even been there yet. I don't know. The people are really cool. It's a different atmosphere. When you go to different countries, the mentality is slightly different. You know, it's different in America than it is in the UK. So it's just interesting being in that different environment and meeting just different people because, you know, you have different customs and different ways of doing things. And that's just really fascinating to me.
My favorite thing?
Did it break?
Oh God, they cut me off. I'm just gonna use Sam's. My favorite thing about the UK is that Grian's here.
Aww. You're gonna start some shipping now. Stop it.
Oh God, why did I? I'm sorry.
Are you going to do a meet and greet?
What was the question?
Are we gonna do a meet and
Are
greet?
we going to do a meet and greet?
Probably after this,
possibly.
right?
Yeah, I've never done one because, again, I'm new to this whole experience. So, yeah, I guess we could definitely do something
Yeah,
like
there's
that.
no like scheduled ones at this event, but we'll probably ask the guys where's the most appropriate place
Yeah.
to do a signing, and then we'll ask like the event guys to like guide everyone there, and then we'll do a meet and greet. And like it's not just us here; we've got loads of the crew, Sam's crew here as well. So if you're a big fan of the series, they're also here as well, and you can say hello to them as well.
Before I could before my question, can I just say my friend's cat died? Yeah.
Okay.
He's a massive fan of the series. His name is Gabe, and he's been sad. So, yeah, this is why I'm saying it. But the question is, who's your favorite character in Tokyo Soul?
Ooh, my favorite character I think is definitely Jerry.
Jerry.
I
yeah.
think Jerry.
like Jerry.
He's just like the most complicated character ever, but he's extremely simple.
Yeah.
Like he comes from like a tangent in Taurtis's mind where Taurtis lost his memory and thought he was a different person, but then when Taurtis was cloned, that different person came out and became its own character, and it's just really, really complicated.
Slightly messed up. He didn't quite come out right.
Yeah, he didn't come out right. So I love that character because he's so crazy, but also simple and very stubborn. I love it.
I think my favorite character is Geode. I absolutely just love the interactions he has and the way that Taurtis interacts with him, and just he has none of it every single time. That's my favorite thing.
I don't know who my favorite would be.
Grian?
I hate Jerry because he's the favorite clone. Everyone loves Jerry, and I'm just sit in the background, just like, okay, fine, I guess. But I don't know. There's so many characters that have been in it.
Do you like any of the teachers? Who's your favorite teacher?
Who's my favorite teacher?
Yeah, who's your favorite teacher?
I like Mr. The Chupacabra. Mr.
Mr.
Chupacabra
Chupa,
is
yeah.
amazing. Because we actually learn things in his class. I think he's the best teacher, even though he's a Chupacabra.
He's trying to teach us about Cthulhu.
Yeah, and he ate the other teacher to get his job, and he just, asserts his dominance. I respect that.
Why did you all start Minecraft? I mean YouTube.
When did we start Minecraft? I started literally like when the game first came out. I was one of the first people to play it. It only cost like $5, and there were no like mobs that were visible yet. They were like all invisible.
I joined the game really early
and so
on.
you would be building your house, and then it would randomly explode because creepers didn't have a model yet. They would just blow up.
Yeah. It was really early access at that point, and there was nothing. Everything looked awful.
Yeah,
it was weird.
It was really new. And
I kind of like picked it up when it was like coming out, and I thought this is really bad, and I sort of dropped it for ages, and then came back to it when they'd developed it a bit more. Then I started like playing it non-stop.
I don't remember exactly when I first played Minecraft. I remember finding out about it because I was watching a YouTube video of people just like walking around and showing off their mine. I just remember thinking like, this looks stupid. Why would you want to play this? And then I kind of just like gave in and just like, okay, I guess I'll try it. And it was just so much fun. But it wasn't like the gameplay of Minecraft that I loved the most. It was more like what you can do with it, right? And like the videos you can make with it, because it's kind of like more of a tool to me than a game, because there's just so much you can do with it.
What good tips could you give for me for my roleplay world? Like series?
What tips could you give him for his roleplay?
Tips for role plays. I mean, it's a big topic. Doing a role play is insane. Like, I literally won't sleep nights because it just takes so much time to edit and stuff. But I think if you want to do a role play, the best tip I could give you is just like, think of something that you genuinely want to do. All of my stories, the ones that do really well are the ones that I didn't necessarily build to do well. I just really felt like this is something I would enjoy doing. And if it's what I enjoy doing, then people are more likely to want to watch it and engage with it.
It comes across, doesn't it, when you enjoy it yourself?
Yeah. If you're trying to manufacture something to do well, it comes across as it's not as pure as it
organic,
could be. Yeah, it's not as organic. So just do whatever you feel like you would enjoy. And that's what I always try to go back to.
How did you and Taurtis make friends with Paul Blart?
How did we make friends with Paul Blart? I don't know. He just kept always stalking us, and I loved it when he would hide in the bushes and we just kind of became friends. We ended up like joining like the police academy in his story arc, and then we just kind of had to work with him. He was a very weird character, and then he ended up dying horribly. Do you want to talk about Paul Blart?
Rest in peace, Paul Blart.
Rest in
you were
peace,
an
Paul Blart.
amazing cop,
We will miss you forever.
security guard. He was a great father figure, and just someone I've always looked up to. Because even though he was horrible at his job, he tried his best. He tried his best, and that's what matters.
Are you going to do a gaming setup?
A what?
Are any of you going to do a gaming setup video?
A gaming setup. So like a video of what we've got.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Actually, I've got my like a little office, so I'm going to be doing a video on my setup and stuff because I haven't actually done anything on it, and I've been working in there for over a year now, so I probably should. And I've got a new PC coming, so probably going to do an office tour.
I'd have to clean my desk up first. It's a mess. Yeah, all just like a bunch of trash. Like, I'll throw it away later, and like a few weeks later, like I actually have no room on my desk
You're
to
filthy.
put anything. It's bad.
Yeah, I mean, I could do one. I feel like maybe setup videos aren't like at the quality that I want to be uploading, so I typically don't upload too many vlog stuff, but I want to get into that more. I want to travel and vlog and try to get into that whole scene, so I might do stuff like that in the future, for sure.
You watch The Walking Dead? The Walking Dead.
What was that, sorry?
Do you watch The Walking Dead?
Oh, The Walking Dead. Yeah, I've watched the first few seasons. I've been so busy, I haven't been able to see the latest one, and I'm hearing all this crazy stuff about it, and I really want to know what's going on. But yeah, The Walking Dead is amazing. Like, amazing show, top-notch stuff.
Yeah, I started watching it. I loved the first few series, and then I think it was like they started going to. It was like after the prison, I kind of lost interest, so I stopped watching it. But I heard that it does get better.
I haven't. I watched the first episode, but it didn't really pull me in. But it's probably one of those shows that you actually have to like invest some like episodes into. So I'm definitely gonna have to give it another try.
How long have you all known each other for?
Like 4 or 5 years?
I think it's 4 or 5 years.
4 or 5 years.
I'm not even
It's
sure.
been a while.
Yeah.
I can look back at like the video that I uploaded with you, and that's probably when
Yeah.
when we
like
first became friends.
2012 maybe?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, so like 4 or 5 years. It's been a while.
What made you want to make roleplay videos?
What made me want to make roleplay videos? Well, for me specifically, I went to film school, and I love stories. Like, I will literally watch a movie almost every single day. And I love Let's Plays too, so I kind of wanted to combine the two. I wanted to do stories and characters, but then also do a Let's Play out of it, so I kind of like created my own little version of that, and that's where my idea for roleplays kind of came from, was film, for sure.
What was the first video game you played?
The first video game I
Like
ever played?
ever.
Gosh.
Oh.
Going back, I don't know, it's so long ago.
Tetris?
Tetris? Maybe, yeah, maybe
Tetris.
Tetris. Yeah.
Yeah, like
Well, would you know?
it was a really long time ago.
I remember my very first video game actually. My grandpa used to have this computer game, and I wish I remember the name of it. But it had like this weird blue liquid guy as the mascot, and you would just kind of like click on different areas, and you could like explore. But
Just like a point and click adventure kind
Huh?
of thing. A point and click adventure.
yeah. So I wish I remember the name of it. But my first like actual video game, I remember on my birthday, my parents bought me a Nintendo 64, and we had Mario Kart. And so I remember playing the Mario Kart with all my friends, and then I remember my brother got in trouble because he didn't want to give up the controller when he lost, so he got grounded on that day.
I think the Nintendo 64 was the first proper console that got me into gaming in general.
What gave you the ideas for Tokyo Soul?
What gave me ideas for Tokyo Soul? Well, I had gone to Tokyo and stayed there for a while. And that was a really, really fun experience for me because I would go out on my own every day and just get lost in Japan and Tokyo and stuff. And I remember my phone wasn't working, and then I went out and I just straight up got lost in Tokyo. And it was a really interesting experience because, one, I couldn't really communicate to people, so I was kind of in like my own little bubble. And it just started this inspiration for wanting to do the series, was just going out and experiencing new countries and stuff like that.
What inspired you to do roleplay?
What was that one?
Could you repeat that?
What
Sorry.
inspired you to do roleplay?
What inspires me to do role plays? Well, I love film. I love, there's like very specific directors like Hayao Miyazaki, Quentin Tarantino, all of those guys really, really inspire me. I'm never going to get to that level of amazingness as those directors, but I direct a lot with my stuff, and so I draw inspiration from the greats.
So basically every movie ever is your inspiration.
Yeah, when I watch a movie, I'm just like, I want to go work on videos because...
I enjoyed how supportive Taurtis was then when you were saying, I'm never going to reach that level, and he's just...
Yeah. Maybe, you know what, maybe I'm gonna reach it just because you said I couldn't.
And then
So-
it'll be because of me.
Yeah.
Then you can take all the credit.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite YouTuber and why?
My favorite YouTuber, myself. No, I'm kidding. There's a lot of really, really good YouTubers out there. When I first started out, I would definitely watch like Markiplier and stuff. I love their work. He's pretty big, but yeah, I'll actually sit down and I'll watch Markiplier's content for sure. I think he's a great YouTuber.
It's not really like a YouTuber, but a big inspiration for me has always been Rooster Teeth, the guys who make like Red versus Blue and stuff, and Ruby, because they're actually the reason I found out about like machinimas and stuff. So they actually really inspired me and showed me like what you can do with video games, and I was just blown away because I never had like an actual video camera to go out and film things, but I had like my video game console. So I was like, okay, I could just use this to make videos and like little short films. So they've always been a big inspiration for me.
As for like just my favorite YouTube channels, I like H3H3 Productions and JonTron, but I think for a gaming channel, I think Game Grumps are the ones that I really like the most because their style's really unique and they don't play the games. They like don't bandwagon or anything. They don't just play the latest thing that comes out. They often go back to really retro games, but they're just playing it and chatting about their life, and it's really entertaining to watch. So yeah, I really like Game Grumps as well.
How old were you when you started YouTube?
Oh yeah, I started YouTube back in high school. I'd make Halo videos like I was talking about because I loved that game. And I would, 1v1 people in Halo and I would upload it. So way back when, I think I was maybe like 17, 18 when I was just first, like I tried a few videos, didn't really upload much. And then with the past year, that's when I've actually really started to try on YouTube.
I didn't always have a solo channel. I was like part of another channel, and I started that when I was like 17 or 18. But my solo channel, I started at the same age I am now, 22. So it's not. I haven't been doing my solo channel for that long.
I think I started. I was like I think sophomore, so I was probably in high school. So I was
I
probably.
don't know what that means.
Oh right, I'm sorry. I was 16 when
Okay,
I started.
so you're
I was
upper
still in
school.
high school, and I'll just go home every day and just try to make a video. Though I wasn't that active. Yeah, it wasn't until like a year or so ago that I actually really started pushing it.
What's the scariest game you've played?
Oh my god. Well, I am terrified of scary games, but I remember when I first played the first Slender, and I tried recording it, and I've played it exactly one time. And I've never touched it again because it just, I didn't even make it that far. After I was done, I was like, nope, I'm never touching this game again. And I was just terrified.
I don't really touch horror games because I don't enjoy them that much. But there was like the Silent Hill game that was like it was like a trailer game. I played that and that freaked me out. I can't remember do you remember what it was called? But it wasn't called Silent Hill. It was like a big trailer marketing scheme. But that freaked me out. But I don't like horror games. Sam really likes horror games.
I love horror games. I used to play a lot of horror games on my channel. I think Amnesia was pretty good. Among the Sleep, I think it was called, was one of the first like horror games I played on my
When you
channel.
were like the baby, is that the one?
Yeah. That was really fun, and that was one of the first games that I really got into, and I played all the way through it, and I was like super tense. I would get so scared, like I would have to like go throw up later, because not really, but like I would just get super like tense when I would play it, and just like, oh god, this could be a jump scare. But yeah, I love that stuff.
What did you want to do when you were younger?
I wanted to be an actor.
Did you?
Yeah, when I was really young, I wanted to be an actor.
Well, you failed miserably. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Yeah, I mean, kind of like Grian, I really enjoyed film. I really enjoyed directing, so I wanted to make movies and stuff like that. And so I'm taking that, and I may do that later on in the future, but I'm taking that directing aspect, and I'm doing that with my videos.
I've always enjoyed like cartoons when I was a kid. I remember I'd watch cartoons all the time, just like, how do they do this? Like, what? How? And it's always fascinating me. And I've always wanted to have like my own like cartoon show. That's always been my big dream. And that's why I really enjoyed making machinimas, using like video games to animate, because it's just a very easy way. Because you don't have to actually animate every single movement, right? You can use the video game and your controller in order to animate for you. So it saves a lot of time, and it's like the closest I could get to having my own cartoon show. So I've always loved doing that.
Awesome stuff, guys. That's time. Time flies when you're having fun. But thank you so much for coming and spending time with us on the expo stage.
Thanks for having us.
Awesome. So let's get a round of applause. First of all, for Grian.
Thank you.
Samgladiator and Mr. Taurtis. So, gentlemen, I believe if you are going to do some signings, I believe it's going to be in the main stage area. So we're going to whisk you away over in that direction. But once again, thank you so much, guys, for coming out. But right next, up on the expo stage, ladies and gentlemen, we have a Hearthstone challenge at 2:45. We've got Terps from the Youngcast going one-on-one with a mystery Hearthstone player. So that's something you do not want to miss. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be back here on the expo stage at 2:45.